Okay, we're starting with the introduction of your argumentative writing, and we're not going to right now create a title because we can do that after we have all of our outlines filled out. So the first part is going to be our hook, catches the reader's attention. So I'm going to give you some options as to what you can use. And I just made some notes out to the side, so if you want to make these, and you can write your hook right here in this section. You can use a quotation. So you can go and find an acceptable quotation about your topic, depending on what you're arguing. I'm arguing that Native Americans should have been removed to Western lands because Native Americans were uncivilized. So my hook needs to be about something Native Americans should have been removed. You might be arguing the opposite. So a quotation about my topic, I can get that from the internet. I, of course, have to introduce the quote and say where it came from, so using citation. I could use an American history textbook, would be fine as well. You could drop the reader into a scene. So you could start with, imagine you are normally in formal writing. We do not allow you to use you. We want you to stay with third person pronouns, he, she. But if you are dropping the reader into a scene, we allow just for the hook to use the word you. So drop the reader into a scene. You can give background information on your topic. You can go and find and paraphrase, putting in your own words, background information about your topic. Or you can give a surprising fact. And again, you can use the internet. You can use the textbook. You just can't use a fact that you're going to use anywhere else in your paper. So again, your hook needs to be 2 to 3 sentences in length. The next section is going to be your bridge. And again, I'm going to make a note out to the side so you know what it is that you need for the bridge. So bridge is always going to be background information. So if you are writing about the Indian Removal Act, you can give background information on the Indian Removal Act. You can give background information on the Trail of Tears. And this needs to be anywhere from 1 to 3 sentences in length. So 1 to 3 sentences. Okay, the next section is our counterclaim and rebuttal. Okay, this is just acknowledging that there is another side that believes the opposite that you do. So that's the counterclaim. You have to say why they believe that way. And then you have to tell them why they're wrong. And that's what we do in the rebuttal. There's no evidence in this section right here. It's just one sentence acknowledging that there's other people that believe differently than you do, and providing a rebuttal, telling them why they're wrong. And then later on in the paper, we'll go and prove them wrong with evidence. So for a counterclaim, we can start off with a couple of different starters. We can do some people may believe that. You can do critics. If I could spell it right. Critics argue that. Or you can say others may believe that. Okay, so I'm just going to use this one right here. Some people may believe. And so this is where I say the opposite. So I am arguing that Native Americans should have been removed. So up here, I'm going to do the opposite. Some people may believe that Native Americans should not. So remember, in a formal paper, we do not use contractions. So we cannot use shouldn't. Okay, so we have to spell out no contractions. Should not have been removed to Western lands because. So we have to come up with a reason that the other side believes the way they do. And so maybe that's talking to a friend that is arguing the other side and writing down what their reason is. Or you might be able to look at your opposite reason you had to come up with in Mr. Garrison's class. You had to come up with 2 reasons for and 2 reasons against. So you already have reasons. So you can look at that. So Native Americans should not have been removed to Western lands because blank. So there's the reason. But here's our rebuttal. Okay? The but word. We're going to tell them why they're wrong. But, and then this is where we tell them why they're wrong. So obviously I can't use this reason right here. It has to be different than the reason that I'm arguing that they were uncivilized. So I'm going to show you an example of what we did a couple of years ago with should beauty pageants be banned for young girls. So first I want to show you what my thesis is, first of all, so then you can see the difference between my thesis and my rebuttal. Okay, my thesis is beauty pageants should be banned for young kids because they can become obsessed with the way they look. Okay, so this is my thesis. So up here, it says, for my counterclaim, some people believe that beauty pageants are good for children because they can gain self-confidence. Okay, there's their because part. That's why the other side believes that. But then I had to come up with my rebuttal, my yeah, but. So I said beauty pageants can cause health issues and make contestants obsessed with their appearance. Okay, so that's just an example. So again, you might have to go and talk to someone else that believes opposite of you, what you're arguing, and come up with a reason that they believed that Native Americans should not have been removed to Western lands. And then you're going to prove them wrong with the rebuttal. Again, there's no evidence needed for this part. We will get to the evidence later on in our paper for our rebuttal. And that is the end of the introduction.